Hey, you guys. So the CFPB is suing Snap Finance right now because they're illegally luring Americans into expensive financing and then they're bullying the borrowers using false threats. Now, I wanted to make this video because I told you guys about Snap Finance. I got approved for Snap Finance and I got approved for another company. And I guess some people were, I don't know, using it incorrectly, or I guess it's how they positioned it, where some people didn't understand what was happening. So I just want to go over what exactly is happening with them. And if you guys still want to use Snap Finance, just know what you have, like what's your rights with dealing with them. And it may still be a good option for you. Now, the reason I was telling you guys about Snap Finance is because they have the 100-day savings cash. So here's their website, just in case you guys don't know about them. You need to know they can approve you up to $5,000. They don't care if you have bankruptcy, bad credit. They're just going to look at your bank account to see what type of money you have coming in, and then they'll approve you. So I told you guys about this one because, like I said, I love the 100-day savings cash kind of thing, which means that if you guys pay it off within 100 days, it's kind of going to be like a savings cash option for you. So I told you guys about this one. I never used this one because I actually used this one, which is Acima Leasing. So I used this one. This was the 90 days. I bought a sectional, I think for like over $2,000. I paid it off in 90 days. And I just used it because I got approved for it, wanted to see how it was happening. And then Dave, he ended up getting our dining room table with it, paid it off in 90 days. You know, it was an option right there. It's like, why drop all of our cash when we could do a same as cash option? So this is the one that I did. Both of them, I still recently got approved for them. They still marketing to me saying, hey, come use me. But I don't have a need for it at this moment. But I told you guys about it, so I wanted to show you guys about, Snap Finance. I want to show you guys about them and how they are being sued right now. So the CFPB, that's when we send our complaints in when we want to get accounts deleted because companies are not doing what they need to do. They're suing them right now. So what they're saying is, if you scroll down to the bottom, what they were doing was they said they were advertising to people that they had the 90-day cash payoff, right? But that led customers to believe that they were into a 90-day financing. So they thought that they had to pay it just in 90 days, right? And they were like, okay, let me just go ahead and pay it. But in fact, people were believing that there was just a 90-day payoff in general, like their whole terms is in 90 days. But in fact, they were into a 12-month payment agreement. Now, when you guys do the Snap Finance, understand that you are into a longer payment agreement, but we were paying extra payments towards to the company so that we can pay our bill off faster. They had us stretched out over the 12 months. I knew that. They had us stretched out over the 12 months, or I think I have different type of months you could pick. They had us stretched out, but we pay extra to make sure that we pay it off early so that we can do the same as cash. They don't charge us any interest. Now, the problem with the interest is this. So with their terms that they were getting, people was finding out that they were getting charged 2 times the amount of what was actually like whatever they bought. So say if they bought a table for $300, they found out at the end of their terms, they were actually paying over $400 for that same item. So that's what the problem was with a lot of people. But these are high interest companies, you guys, and I made that clear. That's why I would never go and get furniture at any of the stores if we're using like the Snap, or even using that Acima. I would never get anything at either of these stores without having that same as cash option, because it's just way too much money that they're charging you. They make so much money off of you. And some people, I guess, did not know that. And then they were finding out after their agreement that they actually had to pay a lot of money. Now, when people were finding out that they had to pay a lot of money, another problem that came up is that people did not know, and I honestly didn't know this either. They were making false and misleading statements to consumers about their rights under the agreement, which led customers to believe that they could not terminate their agreement or surrender the merchandise back to the lender. I never knew you could take the stuff back. I never knew that. So they said out of 1.7 million rental purchase agreements, out of 1.7 million, they only allow 165 of those to actually return a merchandise back to the surrender with quotation marks. Let me say that, surrender their merchandise back to the store. Now, I never even knew you can surrender these things, y'all. I never knew that, but that's another option. So I guess if something was happening with your financing, look at your agreement that you're signing. You are able to surrender it. If you're having a problem with any of this with Snap Finance, or if you did have a problem, make sure that you guys come to the CFPB and put in a claim, because Snap Finance is on a lot of people's credit. So, well, I don't think Snap Finance on there. I think Acima is the one that's on there. But if you're having a problem with it and they're saying that you owe them and they're going to eventually try to give you a collection and put on your credit report, make sure you guys file something with the CFPB if you're having this problem. So you guys can go ahead and file something with them. You can see that they have a lot of different things that you guys can look over on their website. Go ahead and file a complaint. So you can see right here at the top where it says submit a complaint. You can come right on here and submit a complaint, and most companies respond within 15 days. So if you had a problem like that with them, make sure that you come on here and you submit a claim, because that's going to be really big for you all if you really had a problem with them. But like I said, I got approved for it, but I never used it. I still have the approval, but it's nothing I want to get, you know. I don't want to just getting something to get something. Okay, so also they were making false threats and deceptive statements to struggling borrowers. And what that means is when the debt collectors call you guys, it's certain things that they cannot say. They cannot do that at all. So it's certain things they cannot say, and they cannot threaten you with certain threats that they cannot actually do. So they was making threats to customers who have already made all of their payments, who were current on their payments, who have never received their purchase yet. So that is a problem. Now, like I said, I used the Acima before, but if you go on my channel, you can see I talked about them before, and I just want to make sure I be transparent and tell you guys about these different lawsuits and things that's going on out there, just in case. So they are taking some action against them, you guys. So if you have any problems, please make sure that you all, file some type of complaint with the CFPB. You can see it's right here in the top right-hand corner over here. So just definitely go over here and file a complaint. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Please go ahead and put those questions down in the comments below. And remember, it's $100. It's 100 days, same as cash. But you have to understand that you have to pay extra. So you got to call and see how much you have to pay. You got to continuously call, hey, is there anything else I need to pay, just to make sure, and keep up with your payments, because as we can see too, people was on time with their payments and they were still saying things to them. So just make sure that you keep up with your payments on your own, and don't let them be the only ones that's keeping up with your payments. Because I know it's times where I'm just calling the bank, hey, what's my balance? And then I just pay it. I don't think too hard about it. I just go right and pay whatever my balance is on like my credit card to get my balance low before they report to the credit bureau. So definitely look into this. Hopefully you guys did not get hurt by them. Just keep these different things in mind when you're dealing with certain companies. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.